Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property. Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that
I am super in love with my investment strategy, and I'm so glad that people are finally starting to notice that dividend investing is the way to go, right? Oh my goodness. Every time I talk about dividends, I feel like I'm converting people to the dividend society. For all of you who don't know what a dividend is, it's basically when you buy into a company or a stock, right? When you buy a stock, you're basically buying a company. Or you might buy ETF, which is a collection of a specific entity. So that might be electricity, that might be utilities in general, that might be restaurant industries, that could be encompassing all businesses like the S&P 500, or it can be encompassing only dividend stocks like NOBL, which is one ETF that I do have in my portfolio. I'm not trying to tell you to buy any stocks or anything like that, but I am converting so many people to the dividend family, and the question today was, can you truly retire off of dividend income? Listen, this is why I invested in dividends in the first place, right? I'm not saying you can't retire off of growth stocks, but the problem with growth stocks is that you need to sell your investment in order to enjoy your money, right? So your Amazon, your Tesla, your Google. I do have Tesla stocks, so I'm not telling anyone to never buy growth stocks. You can become a billionaire with just growth stocks, just like others have done in the past. But I am telling you that dividends investing is the future. I absolutely love it. It is not the only way to invest, but it is my way to invest. And it may be yours after this video. So why did I choose dividend investing more so over growth stock investing? Well, the truth of the matter is that when I thought about it, I'm someone who is not afraid to struggle, right? I'm someone who, if I buy a company, let's say Amazon for $100, and magically I'm homeless tomorrow, right? I'm homeless, I'm in the street, I no longer own my house. I need to be able to survive with my pride intact. I'm African, I'm Nigerian, so I have a lot of pride. I want to be able to say, listen, I can pay my way through life without having to beg someone for $1, right? And so when for whatever reason, if I was to end up homeless, I should be able to pull out $1 a day and be okay. With a growth stock, maybe by the time I completely finish that money, I've had $120. That's 120 days where I pulled out $1 each. I went to McDonald's and I bought me $1 burger. I asked them to hold the tax because I couldn't afford it. And yes, when I was young, they would do that for me. And I appreciate all those McDonald's employees who blessed my life, okay? So with that being said, even now in business today, a lot of people don't do that actually. A lot of people don't say, you know what, we're short a little bit because we let a little kid go with tax. Hey, you guys got to catch up to real hospitality, okay? But I didn't feel like that was sustainable with growth stocks. Now, obviously, that's very short-minded, right? If you're really investing for the future, you're thinking more on the longer term. So maybe you have $1 million in retirement and you only pull out $50,000 a year, and you're trying to make that last or stretch for the next 25 years of your life. It's going up and down, it's fluctuating, but you're scared because you know that income that you're eating into will only grow at 7% for the rest of your retired life, And you don't know if that $1 million is enough to truly get you through the next 25 years, right? Whereas with dividend stocks, you can say, oh, I got $1 million. I need, I don't know, maybe $35,000 a year. By the time we all retire, nobody can live off of $35,000. I'm telling you that right now, okay? But let's say I only need $35,000 a year. And instead of actually taking that $1 million out, I'm getting a 2% dividend. And what's 2% of $1 million? I don't know. I'm going to assume that that's 20,000. I don't have a calculator right now, and I'm using my phone to record. So you guys write in the comment section down below if I was right. I believe it's going to be $20,000. So you're short a little bit, right? You're going to be losing about $15,000 a year. You're going to have to eat into your money $15,000 a year. And then obviously you're going to have to eat more into your money every single year because that dividend is going to get less and less as you eat that $15,000. But at the same time, you should be getting a 7% increase in overall growth in your portfolio, which should balance out. Who is going to last longer? The person who has a dividend income and is minus $15,000 plus every single year, or the person who has to pull out $50,000 every single year to survive? Now, obviously, it's not apples to apples. One person is on a $40,000 budget, another one is on a $50,000 budget. But let's say you're comparing apples to apples, you're still having this dividend income stream that you can tap into. Let's say $20,000 a year, house paid off, right? All you got is property taxes, food expenses, maintenance and repairs, and a little bit of living to do. Who's to say that you can't retire with Social Security and your $20,000 a year in dividend income? Now that's only if you have $1 million. If you work hard now and compound interest, you might be able to get $2 million, and then you double that to $40,000 a year. It's just that simple. And that's only insinuating that you have a 2% dividend return. My dividend return sometimes fluctuates up to like 2.48%, right? So that's almost getting close to that 3% range. Now, there are dividend companies and dividend stocks that pay 7%, 8%, 12%, right? I'm not saying that those are the best companies, obviously, because I'm not invested in those companies. If so, my dividend would be a lot higher, right? I do want to grow my dividend to be around, I would say 3.5%. And the reason why it's so low is because I look for dividend stocks that actually grow. I call that dividend growth stock investing. Not that I'm necessarily buying growth stocks and dividend stocks, but that I'm buying dividend stocks that not only grow their dividend, but also grow in value every single year. I'm not looking for dividend stocks that are getting lower in value every single year. So the goal is that my dividend stocks will eventually get me to 3.5% every single year. Okay? Now, dividend stock investing also should give you a 2% increase every single year on top of your investment. So if you are negative 1%, you might be 1% growth that year. It's very, very difficult to be negative for the whole year as a dividend growth stock investor. I have never been negative for an entire year as a dividend growth stock investor. I'm super, super proud to say that. I'm absolutely elated to be able to say that. I have no complaints. Is it a slow grind? Absolutely. But it gets faster, 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 and faster. What do I mean by that? I mean the money just keeps on coming. It keeps compounding. It keeps on growing. It just keeps getting better and better. And I really cannot complain about it. I mean, every time I look at my portfolio, I'm up another 1,000, up another 1,000, up another 1,000. But I will say it took me 5-6 years to get there. Right? I didn't get there on day 1. I didn't get there on day 2. I didn't get there on day 3. And so now that I'm 5-6 years in, when I put another 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 into that account at 27 years of age, of course I'm going to see more growth, more returns, more dividends, just compounding one after another. And what I say in every single video is that compound interest is the ninth wonder of the world, according to Warren Buffett, right? Or the eighth wonder of the world. And so I'm just super excited when I get to watch how things compound so quickly and so effortlessly that things just seem to be better. Things just seem to grow better and just be better overall. I am absolutely amazed by that. And it's exciting. It's exciting to see dividend increases. It's exciting to see companies want my opinion in voting because I've invested so much in their companies. It's exciting to see that if I was to be homeless tomorrow, I can go into my dividends and I can say, let me pull out $1 every single day so I can buy a meal, and it would never actually eat into my actual dividend costs, right? Like, I can literally retire today. I already got a pension from the military. I already have a home. I already have rental income. And now I have this dividend stream that I'm able to tap into that is able to supply me something for the rest of my life. It's not going to supply me $100,000 every single year right now, but it can if I keep at it. And that is what is so powerful about dividend income and dividend investing that I absolutely love. I don't have to sell my initial investment. All I have to do is sell the dividends that I'm earning, take the dividends that I'm earning, and I keep my initial investment the way it is. That $1 million will always be there. All I have to do is take the 2% that is given me every single year. And so while I'm taking that 2%, I still got that million. I still got that $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, never touching that, just taking my dividends the whole time. Do you see the difference? You see the difference? When you sell, now you got to spend. But you never ever touch the real investment. That's how you become rich forever. Infinitely rich. Totally rich. Mind-numbingly rich. Life is rich. That's when money doesn't make sense. That's when money is just infinite. And I'm so happy to be able to say that. I am so happy to say that I will never have to actually touch my stocks. I will never actually have to touch my dividend investments. I can pass that on for future generations till my children are 21, 25, 30 years old before they're able to actually dip into that. And then if they're smart, if they do everything that I've done, they will never have to touch that as well. They'll allow that thing to grow even more, and their generations will continue to have exponential wealth that never ever deteriorates. That is wealth in a nutshell. But some people might say, what is the point of all this wealth if you never get to use it? If you never get to spend it? If you never get to taste it? It's the fact that you have the opportunity at your disposal that's important. You have the opportunity at your disposal. Every time you listen to me, just know that I'm talking about the opportunity to be successful, the opportunity to have everything you want in life. When I left my job for a new job, it was because the opportunity was greater. It's because the opportunity wasn't there where I was. It's because I wasn't supported the way I wanted to be supported. And because I knew with more money, I could buy more investments and do more with my financial future. And so obviously, dividend investing and growth stock investing offers you an opportunity. Which one is the best opportunity for you? It's your decision to make. Now, obviously, I'm a dividend growth stock investor, so you may already be leaning towards dividend growth stocks, and I haven't met anyone who disagreed with me. I'll tell you that right now. I have not met one person who disagreed with my investment philosophy, especially when they see my portfolio, especially when they see how that dividend continues to compound. So you tell me, what would you do as an investor? What type of investor are you? Let me know in the comment section down below. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.